Yeah, I thought I'd do something a little different tonight. Um, yeah, this is, I don't normally do this sort of thing. In fact, maybe I would have thought to move all the stuff around a little bit, but yeah, we're gonna try something a little bit on the not so normal for me schedule here. We're gonna do a regular type of painting, quote unquote. Yeah, this is going to be a little bit of something here. I'm going to take some Prussian blue first here and just put it onto my palette. Um, I do have a little bit of titanium white that I might be mixing in with this here just to brighten it up a little bit. Though I might just go straight Prussian. Yeah, I don't want to take too much off of that. And actually a little bit of the cobalt blue also. Um, and I'm going to show you guys my palette here in just a moment. I know, right? This is going to be kind of interesting. I haven't done this style here in a while. Oh, where's my... Anyway, I haven't done this style here in a while, so, you got to give me a little bit of leeway with what I'm doing. This isn't even the palette knife that I would normally use for this mixing. But I'm just going to kind of go with it here. Yeah, I'm just going to kind of go with this here. Now with this brush, that's the brush actually I just picked up. So, just so we know, because, in the spirit, I did cover this with a little bit of the, what is it called, that stuff? The Bob Ross stuff. Oh, the liquid white. Yeah, I did cover the canvas with a little bit of liquid white, just in the beginning, just to kind of give it a little bit of base there. I'm just brushing in some of this blue mixture that I've made. I want to cover as much of this canvas as possible with this. And I have to remember liquid white was not dry when I started making this, but whatever. I'm not looking for perfection. I didn't actually want it to be wet because the technique is technically called wet on wet. I didn't think it was supposed to be like wet on dry. And I don't know how that works. I would guess that, it's wet and the other side is wet. And of course, I don't like, how all that kind of feels with the little fugly part there. Like, I don't know if I'm supposed to save some of this for later. But I'm just giving everything an even coat of blue. Which I'm probably going to do, obviously a darker on the blues. But, we want to start with a nice blue here. I find that starting with blue when I'm doing these sorts of scenics gives me a good base. I can brighten or darken from blue. If I have a mid-range blue and I can say, hey, you know what? Here's my sky area. let me not do the sky in blue. Let me, you know, add in some darker colors. Up here, maybe, you know, with more of a purple, you know, or hey, maybe I do want to do more of like a red or, you know, something somewhere. This house is going to be a sky. Yeah, I'm just really adding blue onto a canvas at this point. You know, it's like blue and white. And like I said, the white's also in here, so you know we're just covering the canvas at this point here. You know, making a base. I haven't made a decision on, you know, really what this is yet. It could be, you know, just another beach or, you know, the world's greatest beach. Who knows? Or, you know, it could just be a abstract or, you know, a portrait. You know, maybe a self-portrait or someone else. The recording date for this is technically Father's Day or, well, actually, I guess I'm starting the day before, night before, on 11 something. But, you know, Father's Day. So, and who's to say I don't make like a portrait of Dad? Or Dad-inspired portrait? Or, you know, here's what Dad would be doing right now? Or I don't know. My dad actually passed away when I was 1. So maybe that's what we got here. Portrait studio where you're able to come in and you're able to see my dad and he's like, you know, that is there. So I'll use some black in this next time I do it. Just really darken that blue up there. Yeah. Something. You know, if I have 5 minutes, why not? Right? I mean, needless to say, I'll probably end up leaving this piece on the easel for a while. So something else I'm trying here is I'm trying out using the headphones. just to see how they are with recording, you know, my voice and everything. Because I'm kind of thinking, you know, in terms of how can you guys hear me better? You know, I don't know, I don't own a lavalier microphone, like a wireless lavalier. I actually own a wired lavalier, but wired microphones are their own. And the wired lavaliers that I own are for my regular camera, you know, not the cell phone camera. I recently got a chance to switch back to Android, back to Google, you know, for my phone, which I love because, hey, I can record not HD, but 4K on my phone, and, you know, get the night vision and just all the Google features. I love that. But, you know, you don't always have all the plugs and stuff, which I get it. Modern technology, you gotta take our stuff away from us. Make us all conform to uniform and whatever. This process here I'm doing is just kind of to smooth out everything. All right, so now that we have that done, I'm gonna, you know, kind of get it with this Odo's pink thinner here. Beat the devil out of it, quote unquote. Yeah, that's actually kind of cool. So something's really cool. You guys can't see it right now, but I paused my TV. And whenever I pause my TV, you know, I have a lot of Google stuff, I guess, in my life. And one of the Google things I own is their stick, per se, their TV stick. This content is not, by the way, sponsored by Google. You know, they should probably give me some advertising dollars for this video, but they won't. You know, but whatever. It's cool. Maybe they will, you know, manifest. But anyway, I have their stick. And one of the things that you can do with their stick, you know, if you have Google Photos, and I don't know if you can do this with Apple TV also, if you have the Apple, you know, stuff. I never got that involved with Apple. I don't think Microsoft has anything like that, TV stuff. I don't know if you can do this with, what's the thing? Amazon. Yeah, that's the other stick thing. I don't think Roku has their own, like, phones, you know, or photos or whatever, but Amazon, I think, has photos. And I don't know if you can do this with the Amazon stick, but on the Google stick, at least, you have Google Photos, you can favorite your photos. And then as you come to them and say, hey, you know, I really like this, or I really don't like that, or whatever, a lot of times those photos will come back and you'll be able to come in and say, well, you know, maybe this is a photo here that I'm really into, and, you know, one that I could really kind of have fun with, per se, one that I could really enjoy, and, you know, dare if I say it here, as I pull the magenta out, you know, you could actually come in and have the Google Photos you know, the favorites of those photos pop up on your TV. You know, as like your screensaver per se. You know, whenever you're done watching TV for the day, you just pop that in. I'm gonna pop some of this magenta on top of the blue while it's still wet, just to create. I don't know why, I just felt like doing that. You know, I know it's going to kind of create a purplish color, and I'm like, cool. I kind of want a little bit of a purple up there, you know? Like, yeah, I kind of want to be a bit of a purpley tone to it, you know? Yeah, it's just something I was kind of like feeling. And sometimes, you know, I'll just pull out the oils and start, you know, feeling a little bit. I'm not necessarily trying to make a scene. I'm just, okay, let's pull out the oils and see what we're feeling here, you know? What happens when I mix these colors together? You know, can I get something cool out of this? I didn't mean to dump that. Guess I'm gonna get rid of this one. There's some like small flakes in here. Yeah. Almost like little air bubbles. Whatever. So anyway, the TV screen is showing favorites, and you know, just a little bit ago, I had a favorite from a concert that I went to with my girl. We went and saw Kesha and Macklemore a few years back. It was great. The favorite that was just up was actually from Mexico. That was a good time. You know, it was like the cabanas there at the beach in Mexico, I believe. One that's up there right now is me teaching painting classes. Actually, teaching painting classes to kids at a old local place. You know, they do painting classes at. We're gonna add in some of this. So I'm gonna go with the scarlet. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the scarlet. I know I went magenta just a little bit ago, but I'm gonna go scarlet next. Okay. Cause that's what I'm feeling. Is some scarlet, you know? Scarlet's this red color here, you know. You know, and I don't want a lot of the scarlet. Come in, but yeah, just enough. This is a beach that's up right now. Is the photo? It's like a daytime beach. Yeah, yeah, there's something to experiment with. And it's kind of weird because, like, even as I'm dropping these colors on here, it's like, don't worry, because I'm going to be dropping some other ones, you know, and some other spots too, you know. I'm gonna beat the devil out of that one. I'm actually gonna switch brushes here for a little bit. Go with like a yellow. Maybe yellow ochre, I think. It's yellow ochre. Yeah, it's yellow ochre here. I'm gonna go with the yellow ochre next, I think. And I'm just using, you know, kind of basic colors, nothing too crazy per se. Which, you know, like if you're wondering, oh, is this the only layer this is? No, don't worry. I'm doing more than one layer. It's kind of turned into like its own version of a rainbow, but it's really not a rainbow. But it kind of is a rainbow. Yeah, because this is kind of how like light hits the water. You know, pretty much during the sunrise and sunsets. Make that little spot disappear. So I'm just going to kind of wipe that off because I know that I'm not going to go too much lighter. I'm actually going to go with like a mid yellow on top of this here. Okay. I know I did the yellow ochre, but I'm actually just going to go with a mid yellow. More because, you know, of what I'm going to do after this. I think having the mid yellow will be helpful. Yeah. Like it's really going to help to define that yellow in there to have the mid with the yellow over. It's really just going to help to define that area. Oh, shut off. I don't know how long that stays on for. I didn't really look to see how long we've been recording for. You know, I'm just painting at this point. I have an idea if I look over in the other room. I can kind of get an idea of how long I've been on for. It's going to take a while to get all the layers in. Oh, about a half hour. I haven't passed the Bob Ross test, I guess. Whew, because I still have a couple layers to add in here. Yeah, because I was wanting to do like, you know, this here is, it's actually called, what's this, permanent green? Makes me wonder if there was a temporary green. But yeah, this was some side green over here. Good spot for green, I guess, to go. You know, because it still makes it into a beach. I'm like looking over there like, well, you know, I could actually make that into something. Do 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 do. You're probably like, what the hell is he doing? I may actually go over the green with the brown. White. just to make the. I should have used like my super brown actually. Whatever. Remember. Banamba. Also known as my skin color. Well, a little lighter than my skin color actually. Or my skin color is a little lighter than this, but whatever. Close enough, right? Just right. Mm-hmm. I thought that was like a raw umber also. It was like even darker, but whatever. Maybe it's on like one of the other things. Actually, so I think I have it in. I have raw umber in my in my collection of acrylic paint. Yeah, but not in the oils. So yeah, here's where I'm at right now. Almost wondering if I want to take a break or if we want to, come back to this in a little while, whatever. I know that I want to do a layer that's metallic, and I kind of want to do these things while it's wet. Excuse me. Yeah, I have like some other things that I want to do with this. And I'm almost tempted, like even as I take out this little bit of metallic paint right here, I'm almost tempted to do this last bit, like let this first set dry, and then come in and do this second set. Because even as also because of this bush here is rubber. To work with. It's just not clean brush. I'm just adding like some Blue Mermaid, which is the blue glow in the dark. Because I think it's blue. It says blue. It looks white, but it's supposed to be blue. So I'm just going to add a little bit of that into this here. Using my rough brush. The bottle looks like this. Mm-hmm. We're done with that. I have to remember, actually, I don't like brush cleaners. I don't want to spend too much time working on this, but I do want to do some more work on this. And yeah, it's kind of the question of like, well, do I want to? Do I want to like let the spot dry completely, and then, or do I just want to work now through it? And I kind of want to just work now through it. I know me and the thought of like, oh, I'm gonna come back. I'm not coming back to this. I mean, I'm coming back to it, but I'm not like, yeah, I'm coming back to this right now, today. I'm coming back to this like, a week or so, 2 weeks, which actually isn't bad either. Especially for what I'm doing right now. It's kind of this, I don't even want to call it underpainting. Intuitively adding paint to the canvas in different manners, different areas are receiving, pink here. I have a metallic pink out right now, and I'm kind of adding on the top of the red, or I guess that was a magenta line, yeah, this was the magenta purple. This here is going to be a metallic purple that I'm going to add in, And maybe clean the brush and just add it in. Kind of just letting it settle in there. is going to work out great. I don't know which brush I'm even on right now. Like I'm just wiping brushes onto things and, you know, hoping it sticks kind of like. Oh, this seems like a good idea. Yeah. Yeah, it was this stuff. Magenta purple glow cube. In case you're like, what paints is he using? I'm using glow cubed paints. These are my glow in the darks, blacklight paints. Because, you know, no matter where I roam, I got a blacklight paint, right? I'm just gonna. This is supposed to be a magenta purple, so I'm just gonna kind of add it in right along the center here. Just let it be the blend between the two. There's a nice strip of glow there, you know. We're probably getting more of it into the. Magenta, and hey, that's okay. Trying to, of course, keep it out of the yellow, but yeah, the magenta, yeah, I'm down. Just trying to get some of the rest of that off the palette. I try to use as much paint as I can from the palette. Like if I put it down on the palette, I'm using it. Even if it really doesn't, you know, because why not just soak that fucking canvas paint? You know? Why leave paint on the palette? You know, if you can use it, use it. I mean, obviously once it turns into a glob, you know, you're scraping. It'd be cool to like take pictures of these palettes and be like, yeah, this is, you know, from Tuesday. I'm painting this. So, what am I thinking next? Dum dum dum. I have a couple other glow colors that I want to mix in. And some other metallics that I want to play with. I have a metallic blue that I've not played with. thinking for that center area, a metallic blue with a little bit of the blue mermaid. Might see if I can just mix them together and plop it right in that center area. What do you think? Like right here? Yeah, let me get right up in here. You know, I'm trying to put my paint right here. So, YouTube, what do you want to talk about? I know what I want to talk about. So this is, I think, week 3 right now of me waiting on the specialist for my ear. Yeah, it's now after midnight. It's 12:10, so we're on Father's Day. Which means it is Sunday, you know. Day of rest, the Lord's Day. Unless you consider Saturday to be the Sabbath. Which I kind of took a bit of Sabbath resting on Saturday, which is why I'm up at midnight right now painting, because slept through most of the afternoon. Had a big meal and watched the wrestling pay-per-view and kind of laid on my side for a bit in agonizing pain from having a clogged ear. Oh yeah, that's what I was going to tell you guys about. So my ear is still clogged. Yeah. My ear is still, you know, cloggy city. We're going to be waiting a little while to see the specialist end of this week. What the plan is. And yeah, hopefully, you know, Mr. Specialist will be able to answer some questions. It's more that it itches, you know, like I feel like I want to scratch inside of my ear. Silence gets to me because of the ringing, which, you know, I know that ringing is also stress related, so it's never fun to have stress. I want to add some gold to the bottom. Actually, we want to do something that has orange to the bottom. Either copper or bronze or gold. I think we'll do gold. So we'll do bronze. Just do bronze. Let's do some bronze down there. Yeah, I don't know why I'm thinking bronze. Whew. But I'm thinking bronze. Maybe I'll add some copper with the bronze, add some gold with the copper. You know, just try to get a nice, like, metally brown color down there. Yeah, we got like a metally brown. At that bottom area, if I can. You know, it's it's been a bit maddening, and I've had times, I'm in Jacksonville, Florida right now. I've had times where I've asked locally online, people that kind of can, hang and do things. I haven't really been like, yeah, everyone take pity on me, I can't hear, but, tell people as they ask and everything, and, people are sympathetic, but at the same time, it's actually been a very lonely time. And being alone, I shouldn't say lonely, or I'm told you shouldn't even say shouldn't, but whatever. So, to get away from saying lonely, quote unquote, being alone, has its moments, and, we have to remember that we're never truly alone. And constantly reminding myself that God's always here. And, I do have supportive family members and friends. I've got this. And then you go to bed and it's like, oh, yeah, well, it's just me. Or, you have to take out your own trash at the end of the night or whatever. You're alone. So being alone, you kind of wake up on some things. And one of the things that I've noticed is that, I'm not necessarily super duper looper into, having a lot of time where I'm just me here. Not being able to hear as well. I'm not super into, oh, well, I could hear this, but, it doesn't really make me happy. So, I'd rather have the full hearing. And, when you don't have that and you're by yourself, it's, dare I say, maddening. It's a bit much. It's like, oh, well, I don't really even have anybody to express the anger of not being able to hear to, Like, who am I going to talk to about this? Because, but at the same time, it is actually kind of good to not have to explain to anyone at home why the volume on the TV is so loud. I just dropped a bunch of this paint, and I'm gonna straight up bend down and try to put it on the back of the thing and see if I can, yeah. Paint's not like cheap. Like, it was funny when I'm sitting down before I started painting here. I was like, oh, maybe I should wait, get another color. And then I went and looked up the price. I was like, yeah, how about you just come in here and do the painting you were gonna do today, and then when you get ready to do your next one, by then you'll have another color because you'll just go and order it, and it'll get here, and you won't use all of these colors here. It's oil paint. You don't really need a lot. Like I'm using way more of this paint than I really need to. Especially when we kind of sense of what we're doing this here. I'm kind of done with this part of it. I mean, I do want to add in a burn somewhere. I don't think I have any of my vibrant green. The lightning bug color. Yeah, I don't think I added this one. The mine pit. I don't know. Let's see if we can do it. Mm-hmm. And then one last little touch there. Why is that a thread in that? Around in that? Spot right here. You ever run into something you don't like? Play a little bit in those areas. I like that. I like that. So let's see if I can get this last little bit here. This is my cubed glow in the dark. It's kind of the base color per se. And I don't know. I got a really small brush here. I'm gonna try to just add a little bit, just right on top of the black. To really just make that much of an impact. Like I said, if I bring it out of the tube, I'm using it, and I definitely brought this out of the tube, so I'm definitely wanting to use it. Even if I just have to kind of pile it on there. All right. I'm happy enough with this to go to bed, or at least to, stop for now. It's got some metallics, it's got some flavor. I got some different colors coming in. Got some glow in the dark. I'm curious to see how it's gonna look with glow in the dark. But, I don't feel like turning that on right now. I might try to pack up and see what happens next. But yeah, thanks for joining. Deuces.